It's just, the story itself evolved so many times. At first I was gonna make it like an evil tree, whereas like the bodies were like drawn to the roots of the tree and it would like suck their life away. It went through so many stages, and finally I was like, you know what, this is a silent film technically. There's no way you can convey such an intricate message without dialogue, so we had to keep it rather simple. But in case it was still really confusing, I named the film Obscure because it's really uncertain. And it really is. It's really interpretable, but I promise you there is a pretty solid story behind it. But it's named Obscure because it is an interpretable experimental film type of thing. Really uncertain, unsure, because the main character has memory loss, so things are obscure. So for costumes, I'm also a big Halloween person, so luckily, you know, I have some masks that I've kept from decoration or from dressing up. I'm also big on makeup, so luckily for horror you usually need some kind of gore makeup. So for my main character friend, she just had, you know, paled out lips and kind of like sunken in eyes. My friend that wore the mask, he didn't need makeup, but I still put makeup on him anyway, just like black around here, so if you can see his eyes through it. I like messed up his hair to make it look electrocuted. Same with the girl. Me, I like big hair. I rarely ever like flat hair like my hair is now, just like teasing it up. So yeah, I did that to myself. I screwed up my hair as I always do, and just, you know, really gory types of makeup. So it was really fun to make a film because it incorporated, you know, like Halloween makeup, story writing, filming, and it all came together into this project that's now my baby. So finding locations, there's a forest near my house. Surprisingly, it's really random. It's just a scary looking forest next to this residential area. It's actually a paintball forest, so when we went there we were a little nervous because there's signs everywhere that said, "Do not trespass. Do not trespass," like on every other tree, and I was just like, we got really nervous, and it was the first day of filming, so I didn't know what I was doing. We thought we were on illegal property, so trying to film, you know, walking into a forest with weapons and fake blood and masks and looking the way we did when everything says no trespassing, it was pretty stressful. Yeah, it was really stressful, and it was really hard to get comfortable, plus the trees were like creaking, and it was just freaky. It was really freaky out. Like, I really thought we were going to get shot by like someone that was going to be like, "Get off my property," and it was pretty freaky, and it was really hard to get comfortable and to get into filming mode. But we did it, and we did it just right before the sun got down, and then we just drove home. Luckily my friend, bless my friends, they helped drive us there. But there was only 3 of us, including myself. It's a 3-person team. It was pretty crazy. Oh my gosh. My friends support me so much, so without them I could not have made this at all. For props, last minute I realized we need some weapons, so I do have a gardening shed outside of my backyard, so we were kind of just going through there last minute, just being like, does this look scary? And we made fake blood using just acrylic paint and water, which isn't technically how you're supposed to do it, but it's what we had. Like, I didn't have any special effects makeup at the time. I just had acrylic paint, which is plastic based, so you're not really supposed to put that on the skin, but I was like, that's what we have, and you know, we did an allergy test and we weren't allergic to it. So I had some on my face on the first day, just dripping down from here, and we also put some on the shears and the chopping knife that I carried. And those were real weapons, so it was really risky going into that location where it said no trespassing everywhere. We were carrying weapons. We looked insane. Like, we looked like we were going to do a satanic ritual in the forest. I was really worried, but we did it, you know, like the things people do to get something on film. It's pretty crazy sometimes. Originally, I wanted to film everything the first day. And, you know, as a director, I think a lot of the times you have really unrealistic expectations, but you have to have high expectations just to at least get halfway there. But of course I was so frazzled, I wasn't ready the first day. Like, I didn't even know all the scenes, and my shot list it's always chaotic. I never know what the heck I'm doing. I kind of just get there and be like, oh, let's do this, let's do this, and it's a really messy process. I'm really disorganized when it comes to those things. So far, we didn't get everything done the first day, so I was like, how are we going to finish this? We're not about to come all the way home from college to film in the same location. So when we got to school, we all go to the same college, thank goodness we do. I started looking around for a forest, and luckily there was one right there. We had to take public transportation to get there, so it was also a hassle, like, do we dress up when we get there, or do we dress up now and look all freaky and then get on public transportation, you know? And of course I had to leave the weapons behind because I wasn't about to bring garden shears on public transportation and try to explain that I was making a student film. So, you know, stuff like that just comes up, so I just had to hope that my footage with us with the weapons was good enough from the first day of filming. And there was this whole dilemma on how to get a person to be the victim. We had so many people that were supposed to be the victim, but they couldn't come or they didn't respond. Finally, we got that one person that was so awesome, and he was able to come in, and has experience in theater, so he was really just cool with acting, you know, really just getting into character without laughing. I was the one laughing, actually, like when he was like running up the hill. I was holding the camera, I just started laughing at him. It's like, I'm supposed to be the serious one. It was pretty fun. When we got to the second location on the second day of filming, the forest that was in the city, there's a wedding in the forest, but it was also almost gonna rain, so we were like, okay, first of all, if it rains, we can't film. And second of all, we don't want to be like in the background of someone's wedding picture with like a knife looking all bloody, you know? We don't want to ruin someone's wedding picture, so we were like, So, you know, for the longest time we were kind of scouting around being like, I hope we don't get in anyone's way, you know, it's someone's big day. We don't want to be in the background like, you know, looking like scary with like children in little white dresses, you know, running around, and us with blood everywhere. So it was just, you know, unexpected things like that we had to deal with.